Morning, everyone. This is where I stayed last night. This was my camp. Hey, good morning, everyone. It is 8:22. I'm all packed up and ready to hit the road, and I figured I'd just pause a moment and just kind of do a like an old-fashioned hobo ramble. Um, I I'm always getting new people to the channel and stuff that it's so this is just something I've said in the past. It's kind of like a get to know who I am and stuff. But I'll try and make it short for the ones that have been watching my channel for a while and they're like, oh no, not this again. But um, I just want to kind of give a whole concept of who I am, because I am actually an American hobo. I actually rode the trains and stuff, and I'm a vagabond for the last 30 years of my life. And so that means a full-time camper and a full-time traveler. But it was all based within the United States. And so within that time, it was within that time I traveled and I carried every gear imaginable. And that's more or less what I'm going to talk about right now, is just kind of, there were some concerns of the comments in the comments section and stuff like this. And I do appreciate these concerns, and I understand that they're coming from a genuine spot in the heart, especially with the tent. The tent freaked a lot of people out. They're like, hey, that's not a double layer tent, and it looks like a child's tent, and different comments like this, and that's going to leak on you. And first off, all tents leak. It's just the quality of the tent. Some leak less than others, and that's why you got to battle test it before knowing for sure. That's why being homeless the first winter in any type of structure is usually the worst winter, because it's all about trying to patch up the holes. But so I just want to kind of go over some of that, is like the purchase of the tent. I know I'm not going to get a high quality tent, not at $7.50. But the fact is 30 years of my life, and especially in the last 10 years, like if you've been watching my channel, you see that I'm staying in a lot of hostels and hotels and stuff. That's only because that wasn't a luxury afforded to me over in the United States. You're not going to find anything under $60, US. It's just so the Hodies, a Hodie night is what we used to call them. Usually had about 5 vagabonds all in it, and it was usually only when the winter hit so hard and the rain hit so hard that everybody pitched in. I found out the hard way that it's always good to have at least 3 days money saved in the bank for 3 nights, 3 nights over the hotel room, just as a survival mechanism. But in those 30 years, I learned a lot of bushcraft. I learned survival shelter building and stuff. That's why I come off with some of my favorites being like David Canterbury, but you had Creek Stewart. All these ones are on the TV that you guys might know, but there's a whole group of people that never went on TV, and highly respected individuals. This was a hobby that turned into a lifestyle. So for a while I wanted to test those shelter building skills and more of the bushcraft, and I traveled with absolutely no gear. Absolutely no gear. So that's life is difficult then, because that required at least 3 hours before sunset to start building your lean-to or whatever it is. And I'm talking about all environments. desert environment, but also I've done this in winter environments, you know, and it doesn't matter if it's winter in the, well, it does. Winter in the desert can be terrible too. But I was, did winter at, you know, but anyway, let's I'll try and stay on the same mind track here, thought process. So that used to also get people upset seeing me travel with no gear. They're like, you say you're a traveler and you say you're, you know, you're a vagabond, but where's all your gear at? I've traveled with lots of gear, you know, like almost 100 pounds worth of gear. And it just comes down to that your travels during the day are miserable, but your night times are wonderful because you got the cooking set, you got a nice tent, you got the ground mat, you got everything that you possibly would need. But the daytime's just terrible because you're carrying so much weight on your back. Then there's the opposite with no gear whatsoever. Night times are usually always miserable and just borderline on the survival factor, you know, but the daytime travels are just like a cheetah, you know, you're just traveling quickly with no gear. Now, that requires a lot of knowledge, and I mean, the more you know, the less you have to carry is actually something I kind of stole from David Canterbury, but David Canterbury obviously stole that line from someone else. And that's what it was. I was just testing myself. So I know my limits and stuff. And that child tent, basically I'll call it what it is because it's not a great tent. I put it out in the rain the first night. You might have already seen the video to see where the leaks were at. But that's just to give structure to my tarp that I'm going to stretch over it. And I'm going to stretch over it, make sure that there's no real contact. But it's just basically so I can pin it to the ground. And that gives me something in between, underneath it to climb into. It's the same way that a double layered tent is just basically a mosquito net with a rain fly. That's all I got. I'm relying on my outer tarp to keep me, because I already have, honestly, that tent is unnecessary. And the hammock's unnecessary. All I really need is that tarp. And I'm good to go. Majority of my travels, I just traveled with a tarp and a tarp only and a sleeping bag. Because right now I don't have a sleeping bag just because it's not called for. But a sleeping bag is definitely, it's a must for me. Just because a good night's sleep is a must. So what I lack in professional equipment and stuff like that, I do make up for in knowing my skill level and knowing my knowledge and just the fair fact that I've been doing this for 30 years. And yeah, so like within the last 3 years, having a spot where I could actually go and stay, that's why you see a lot of that on video. Before I started doing world travels this last 3 years, it was just straight camping. So you're talking about over 7 years of not living in, only strictly living in tents and shelters that I was able to create by my surroundings. And anyway, I try and find a sweet spot somewhere in between now. Hennessy hammock was something I picked up in Japan. Is a higher quality one, but I made the decision that it was going to pay itself back. This is before I started doing the hobo thing. The hobo thing is also like, if you look online right now, you'll see someone called Tristan Ridley. He's starting up Great Britain. He's doing a bicycle tour across Great Britain. And he is definitely what you would call a professional, if there is one. But his new project is riding across Great Britain on a $10 bicycle, a 10-pound bicycle. And the total amount that he spent on everything, with, you know, looking online, asking for free stuff, total amount that he spent total is like 15 pounds. So, you know, I don't know what that comes out necessarily in US, but his setup is about as bad as you can get. My setup is better, but that's the whole point. I'm also trying to show. I mean, if you look at my videos, they were all called like cheap bicycle across Vietnam, cheap bicycle across Cambodia. Is I'm trying to show that it doesn't need to be the most expensive gear. It doesn't need to be the best quality. It doesn't, but I acknowledge that each time you step up in quality, the living is going to get a little more comfortable. There's less headaches and stuff like this. But I want to show that it's determination and willpower over the equipment that you're actually carrying. And the lack of equipment can easily be made up for in your knowledge and your skill set. So I know my limits. I've tested those limits. And I've been living this lifestyle for 30 years. So I do appreciate all the concerns, and I do, and I hear them, and I read them, and sometimes I just don't know how to respond to them, because it's like, it's just because I know me, but the other people, especially when they're coming new to my channel, don't know me yet, and all they see is some amateur old man trying to buy a kid's tent and go out and do something that he probably is going to get him killed. Well, thank you for the concern, but I'm not going to get myself killed. I mean, if you get your self killed in the tropics, the weather's warm, yeah, it's raining, but I'm not going into hypothermia. I'm not doing this and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to go over, that's 10 minutes, just kind of reintroduce anybody that's new to my channel. I really suggest going through my older videos. Just look for the hobo rambles that I used to do. It's like I didn't feel comfortable sharing my stories at the beginning, so I just started like introducing myself. So it's not like in one video that I explain everything, but in my videos I introduce myself and let my audience get to know me more and more. And with that, I'm going to turn this off. It looks like I'm getting a very bad fog here from the rain. So, all right, guys, it's time to hit the road. Let's get out there and let's try and put a few more kilometers on than we did yesterday. What a unique place to stay. That was worth actually the $50,000 to camp here. They're just a small little place, man. They could probably really use the money, but you can see the waterfall behind me, and look at this view just right out the door here. They look down on the whole valley. Couldn't really see it from the camp because the trees that are in the way, but yeah, that's a beautiful view. But I'm sure there's more to come, so it's time to get on the bicycle and it's time to get going. It's going to be an awesome day today. And to give you an idea of the road that you'll be coming up, see it right down there? And it winds its way around. You can see that truck struggling on the downhill. Low gearing it. And there's the waterfall I stayed at the base of.
Morning.
Morning. Apa kabar? Well, I do believe I made it to the top of the hill. Honestly, it's 13 kilometers straight up. It looks like I still got a little more hill over there to complete. That kicked my ass. That did. That was not. I'm very much appreciating these lower gears that I can get into, where it makes the climb easier. Adjust them a little. The derailleur's not perfect on it. Need to be adjusted a little bit better. But yeah, I think I made it to the top. 13. I started at what, 8:30. 9, 10, 11:30. 3 hours. That's crazy. Just get 13 kilometers. I hope I'll make it up with the downhill. Still looks like a little more hill right there, but I think that'll be it, hopefully. Well, I got something to eat back at that restaurant there. Just got some fish. Kind of like the fish here. The barbecue fish is good. Then I just picked up a few snack items. That was my breakfast for the morning. And back on the road. Hopefully it's all downhill. So this is the town at the very top of the hill. Ooh, pretty. Look at this. Well, what I was hoping was downhill is not. This is the steepest part of the road and the most dangerous because they got really sharp turns, turn after turn after turn. Just a winding snake right up this, and really sharp. This is the least sharp of the grades right here. I pulled over to the side, but man, I couldn't even get up it in one of the lower gears. I got to push through it, guys. This has been all uphill, but I found a little spot to actually hide in the shade back here, which is getting harder and harder. So I got like a coffee, 2 coffees, and then some type of little bread thing with looks like little chocolate flakes on it. Figure I better eat one of these before it gets any hotter and decides to melt whatever that is. Looks like the chocolate, you know, the chocolate little sprinkles that you get, but not sure. It's like a peanut butter sandwich. Something's on the inside. I don't know. It's good though. It's like a donut. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know this was going to be all uphill, so it's been really slow. Surroundings are nice though. Looks like 21.9, so 22 kilometers all uphill. In other words, I could count them. 2 downhills, but that just meant one immediate, even stronger uphill afterwards. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a nice scenic view, but if you take this way, get ready for hills. Remember, to get up to that first waterfall, I had to do a few hills just to get there, or to the second. But all right, guys, I'm gonna enjoy myself, have a coffee. I think we're finally to the top. Hopefully. Hello. Well, I don't see any more mountains. Doesn't mean I'm to the top. I'm hoping that marker back there was meant that we finally made it to the top. Whew, okay. So I hope this is downhill. I really do. I mean, it is, but I hope it's just all downhill from here on out. I don't get tricked. Okay. Yeah, better give 2 hands. Need both brakes for this one. Okay, I know I'm to the I know I'm over the hump now. I don't see any more mountains I have to cross. Nice little spot up here. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's a good view. And there's the lake. That's what we're shooting for. This is Toba. We're not to the lake at all. It's just called Toba, the town. Now I gotta figure out if to go straight or turn right there. This is just like in Vietnam, where they have their graves in the fields so that later on the land can't be sold or taken away from them. But it's funny, it's because it's Christian graves. Hey brothers! Anyway, yeah, this Indonesia reminds me very heavily of when I was in Vietnam, actually. Just a lot of the same scenery, and you know, it's nice here. I like it here. The traffic's so much better than Vietnam though. And the people are extremely nice. Anyway, Indonesia is awesome. It's actually an awesome place so far. Taking pictures. Taking pictures. Yeah, this is nice here. Apa kabar? Yeah, big speed bump. Oh, it's so beautiful here. At a cook pine in the middle of, that's pretty awesome. Just one tree in the middle. That's pretty awesome down here. So it looks like a center of town. I better figure out where we're at. It's actually pretty awesome. Let's see what's down that way. Actually, let's go this way first, since it's easiest. We'll go explore town a little. Hello. Abakabar. Hey, brother. So I'm just making a circle around town. It's actually pretty cool here. I like it. Hey, brother. Daniel. Daniel. I love the rooftops. Look at this. The little arch peak right here. Great design on those. It's like a little patio. Actually, someone's got their clothes hung out on that one right over there. Hey. I came down to the water here. I wanted to see what this little park is like. But for some reason, I think I'm on the wrong side. I think I don't see a way through all the little shacks and stuff here. So I'm walking through. I just parked my bike. Hello. This is the section I was looking for. I was wondering if I could camp in this area. That's why I wanted to come out here and check this out. Because it's getting later in the day, and I got to start thinking if I'm going to be setting up my tent. I don't know if I can here or not, but yeah, it's 3:50 right now. So it would be good to start searching out a spot. I just don't know how to get into this location. Somehow I got on the other side, the more ran down side. This would be good. I could actually set my tent up under one of these. See, there's a parking lot here. But how do you get to the parking lot? Okay, I didn't see this road coming in here. Yeah, there's a road here. I'm gonna go grab my bicycle from the other side. On that side of the gate. You see there's like a little fence or something right there. And bring it over here. I wonder. Okay. See if I can do this without getting the music in the background for the copyright. Wow, it's kind of nice here. So. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm far away from the music now. Yeah, so this goes on for a little bit down this way. I'm gonna go grab down this way. I can probably find somewhere around here that I could actually camp. I'll just do that. So I'm off and running, grab my bicycle, bring it over here. I just met someone down here, MMA fighter for Indonesia. Yeah. One of the best.
Okay, my friend from America.
I'll link his name down below in the video.
Okay.
And yeah, you look him up. He showed me a video with him on an MMA fighter. And his brother too.
Okay,
And his brother too.
My son.
Son is following in his footsteps.
My wife.
Wife?
Yeah, wife.
So,
Beautiful.
yeah. So I met them all down here. I was just seeing if I could camp. And yeah.
My brother.
Brother, there's your brother.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, good. Okay.
All right, thank you, brother. You enjoy.
Welcome.
All right, guys. Have fun. Everybody. Well, I switched spots from where I was at. I was over on that side, but the wind was hitting me too hard, and she saw the wind was actually hitting me, so she's like, "Why don't you move over here? There's not much better spot. The ceiling is a lot larger above it, so when the rain hits, which it is going to hit, I'm going to try and get down to the water and actually jump in to wash up a little before the rain hits and wash some of the sweat off me, basically a lake bath. And then change it into my dry clothes and stuff. But I'm all set up. It's actually not that bad. I asked if I could camp here, and they said yeah. And then it was like, I think at first she's like 100,000. I'm like, he's like, today, one time special, 50,000. So that's like $3. So I'm not upset at that at all. Look, so this is a camp spot for the night, guys. This is oops, I better zip it up though. She did. It's worth the 50,000 because they're the owners of the. They're the owners of the place here, right here. The shop and the spot to eat. Hello. Right on. So what that does is it offers me some protection from my gear and stuff like that. She warned me not to set up on that side, possible theft and stuff, but yeah, it's nice here. I don't mind at all. I got a little security with that 50,000. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in the water. So guys, I'm gonna actually be wrapping this up here. He just came over. What's
I
your name?
am for Indonesia. My name is Dika.
Nika?
Dika Aulana.
And he's one of the guys that works here. So he just came over, and we're chatting through the wonderful world of Google Translate. And yeah, he's like, "You want to be on YouTube?" So he's gonna be my new follower, out there hustling subscribers. So anyway, yeah, this is a very nice little place, and I just barely got out of the rain in time. So yeah, so thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Hello, YouTube. Hey, wait, come on in, come on. We get more people want to be on YouTube. Come
I'm
on.
for Indonesia.
Yeah, so these are all the people here. Look and say hello, YouTube.
Hello.
So anyway,
Hello.
now we're all gonna be
Bye-bye.
famous. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So their camera was blurry because the water or something, and we did a whole camera with using my camera, and then I sent it to them through WhatsApp and stuff, and they were like super happy. These people are cool as hell here, man. Some of the friendliest people I've ever met, so are the Indonesians. But I'm not saying the rest of the world's not friendly too. It's just yeah, it's very nice here. So anyway, guys, it is a spot that everybody likes to take selfies and pictures, but hey, it doesn't bother me. And yeah, the kids here are awesome. So anyway, they work here, but they also, I think they're living here, like in one of the spots over here. So I don't know. They could be going home. So I might be here by myself. Anyway, guys, this is going to be the part where I say goodnight, y'all. And unless some crazy ass storm hits me tonight, where I hop out of bed and I have to film it, which has happened to me many a times. This is where I say night, y'all, and see you tomorrow. I had to film this. They brought me dinner out here, so the guys I was taking pictures with earlier, they came out and made some food. Such a beautiful meal. I had to film it. Look at that. Wow. That is big. That's a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a very much appreciate. It's like a guest in the...
Translate handphone.
Yeah.
Dialog.
Yeah. Here. And also translate. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Pretty good. Oh, it's from the ocean, huh? This fish is delicious, and its name is Talapaya fish, which is found in Lake Toba right here. Yeah, so this you caught? Did you catch? Oh wow! So he actually caught this fish, and yeah, this is like more than this is a generous, very good. This is for YouTube. So he's the host, and yeah, that's a very awesome thing. So guys, yeah, you gotta. This is more than a beautiful thing. So thank you. They just wanted to drop me off a wonderful meal. They're gonna go in and eat themselves. So thank you for your generosity. Yeah. That's awesome, guys. I wanted to get that on. Thank you.